Welcome to East Coast LQ Today, we're doing another homebrew episode live. So we're going to be homebrewing a German blonde ale, 1 gallon batch. Should be pretty fun. Recipe looks pretty simple. Yeah, I think I'm going to have a good time doing it. Should be fun. Just pulling up the recipe here. Yeah, looks like it's going to be not too bad this time. Should be pretty fun though. Cheers to Tater Dom. Cheers, Tater Dom. Happy Friday to everyone. Thank you, man. Happy Friday to you too. For sure. Cheers, Luke John. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna pull out the ingredients, show you guys what we're working with. We do have our 1.25 gallon siphonless fermenter. So that's something new from Northern Brewer. And yeah, without further ado, let's pull up the other screen. Let's go like this. So as you can see, we got all our equipment right there. There's the fermenter. I'll give you a nice up and close to show everything. Our wort chiller, hydrometer, our recipe kit, sanitizer. Then I got all the other equipment behind it. So yeah, so first off, let's go here. Oh, and also actually, I got I'm drinking a beer. This is new from Harpoon. I need some more bottles to brew for home brewing. So I bought this Harpoon Summer Style Blonde Ale. I believe this is fairly new. It's a hazy blonde ale, 5%. Probably do a video on my channel about this. Looks pretty good in this double nickel glass. So yeah, let's go over to the other room. We can get started. Cheers, everyone. Okay, hopefully everyone can hear me clearly. Yeah, so here's our kit. This is our 1 gallon German blonde recipe kit from Northern Brewer. See right there. Alright, let's pop this open. We got recipe. We got our German German Pearl hop pellets. So there's the hops we're going to be using. The grains, blonde ale, small batch, green blend. And I believe this recipe actually says what. So it's 1 pound of Pilsen dried malt. So that's this. Pilsen dried malt extract powder. 3.5 grams German Pearl hops. And yeah, they just call these blonde ale grains, small batch grain blend. Yeah. So here we go. Let's pull all this out. Get that. We got our yeast, active brewing yeast, American ale, and our fizz drops. So we're actually not, when we do the bottling, you guys will see. Well, we got our grain bag as well. So when we do our bottling for this, I think what we're going to do is we're probably going to take, need that right now, get this though. We're going to take those fizz drops, we're probably going to melt them down in about 16 ounces of water. And I'll do probably like 10 or 11 fizz drops melted down in water. Kind of like you would do the same with just like the regular corn sugar when we're doing the bottling. But that's for after. But I thought that'll be a cool little experiment with this brew. So like I said, yeah, we got all our stuff here. So what we're going to do, I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to make up our water. We're going to put 1.25 gallons of water in our kettle here. and we're going to add a little bit of potassium metasulfite. So it's really like, I want to say like 1/20th of a teaspoon, but it's like, how do you really measure that? So we're just going to add a little bit amount, and we're also running the water through our Brita filter. So yeah, should be good as far as water. Plus we have some really good water over here in Warwick, Rhode Island anyways. So yeah, let me turn the camera around. Hopefully that looks good. And yeah, let me take this sweater off actually. See if we got any comments. It does say this thing doesn't really see. Drink more, Tanner. Going to be interesting to see what size batch he prefers to brew. Get those empty bottles. Oh yeah. Well, I kept giving a bunch away, so. But I do have a good amount left for the Dead Ringer IPA. I saved some bottles from the Hefeweizen for sure. I still have at least like a whole case. There may be. I have a bunch of other like random sized bottles. I saved a lot of the main beer company bottles, which are really cool. Those are like the 16.9 ounce bottles. Yeah. So like I said, let's make some water here. We're actually going to turn this to Brita and let that run for a minute there. We don't really need to sanitize this yet, but just for good measure. Just because it's been sitting out chilling. Alright. So I did the math. It's 4,731 milliliters. It's exactly 1.25 gallons. So we got our cup here that measures 1,000 milliliters. Put that run a little bit over. Chat. Cheers, Joe. Alright, that should be good. We'll start getting that water. Two or 2,000. Kind of easy to just let it sit, hold it with my finger. And that way we can take a sip of beer. Never miss a chance to take a sip of beer, by the way, people. What was that? Was that 4? I honestly don't remember. Was that 4? Give me 1 second, everyone. Okay, we're back. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Had to do something. Okay. So yeah, we got 1.25 gallons in the pot. Now we're gonna add some of our potassium metabosulfite. So here's an eighth. So we're probably not even gonna fill this up. We'll fill this up about a little bit. And that should be fine to add to the water. Like I said, it has a Brita filter in this, so hopefully you guys can all hear me perfectly. Right. Seems pretty good. Just to be safe. Stir that in. And then start heating up the water. right. Cheers, Lovey. Should be fun. So we're gonna get this to 155, and then we're gonna steep our grains for 20 minutes. All right. It's a good thing this beer is only 5%. We're at almost 70. I tried to change the audio to have music, but it actually sounds a lot better with the sound of the birds and stuff. So yeah, you can take a shot, guys. While we wait for that, someone's using a some type of. Oh wow! Look at this. Wow! Look at the sky. We're up to 90 on the temperature, so that's good. Make sure I keep that shut. It's actually pretty nice out today. It's really nice out today. That's a good looking beer. Harpoon, that's really nice looking. I like that. This is something I want on a day like today. It's warm outside. So. What are we at for temperature? Coming up on 100. Water's definitely rising a lot. The temperature of the water is definitely rising a lot faster than if I were to do a 5-gallon batch. Because figure what, you're doing 3.5. Is it 3.5? 2.5 gallons? So at least a gallon less of water. Should be fun. It's getting a little windy out here. You see the temperature on there? No, not really. Excuse me. Overshoots? Not sure what you mean there, Shark. Going for 155. So. We're at 110. If you can get grains ready. Okay. We're gonna have to have this a little long. All right. We got our chip clip. This thing works pretty good. Like I said, this thing's gonna have to be pretty long to be down there. So, oh shit, that's all right. All right, okay. Let's see how it looks. All right, we're coming up on 1:30. That's how we're gonna have to do it, I guess. I wish I had like more cloth to kind of tie it to it. You know, everything that'll melt. We'll see if it works. I think it should be. It should reach down. I just want to be able to get the whole thing in there. So we're coming up at 150. So bringing it to 155. We'll put it on this side and we'll do our 20-minute. See. Coming up right around 150, 52. A little bit more. Let it go a little bit longer. Right at 154. Close this. All right, should be good. We're gonna cut this right at like, I think we should do 1/16, then we'll cut it and then we'll move it over. Actually, we'll do it right now. We'll cut it here. Move it over. And we'll steep our greens. There we go. We'll set our timer. 20 minutes. Wish I could get this to stay up here. Do. We'll just leave it over here for a minute. That burner is still hot too. All right. Looking good. Get this down just a little bit more. There we go. Hey, at least we won't have to worry about a boil over with the bigger size kettle. So this would be a cool way to kind of test out recipes to figure out if I like them or not. You know, it's crazy too because of all styles, this is probably the one that I would want a bunch of because it's nice. And I think we're shooting for right around 1.045 original. Let me see. Yeah, so we're shooting for right around 1.045 original gravity. So, fun. Those grains really don't have much color to them, but smells good. Let me try to get this down more. There we go. These chip clips work pretty well. And honestly, was a little concerned it might melt, but it's really not. The temperature is really not doing much to it at all. So, Walmart chip clips. Here's the thing. Came with like 5 of them. Professional firmware. Magnetic clips. So that's a pretty cool little thing to have there, rather than trying to use the spoon. So I can really get the grain bag down there without a touch of the bottom and saturate in the whole thing. That's what I was kind of worried about at first. Is if the whole, is this a 1 gallon all grain? No, it's a 1 gallon extract. So we have the dried malt extract right here. So it should be fun. We're using our little big mouth bubbler, siphonless plastic fermenter. This thing's freaking cool, man. This should be fun. So excited. Really, really excited. I'm assuming the wort's going to chill out pretty quick too with this cold crank chiller. This thing's awesome. That cold crank chiller is totally worth the investment. It's only like, actually, it was only like $30. I think it was like 35. So we're looking at 15 minutes right now. So the recipe kit calls for 10, but I talked with Shark. We're saying 20 would be good. Like I said, you really don't get much color out of this one from the grains. Yeah, I think it should work out pretty good. I think we'll be chilling. All right. 1427. Let me know in the comments, what's your favorite beer that you like to purchase to reuse the bottles for homebrew? Put them in the comments. Let me know. What's your favorite 1 gallon batch of homebrew to brew? Let me know. Put it in the comments. If you're enjoying this, give us a thumbs up. Oh, camera, you gonna do it? Doesn't want to do it right now. Yay. Thumbs up. Woo! Do I have to be in it? Okay, it's not working right now. One thing bad about this is you can't see what the battery life of the phone is. 1 gallon format. Nice. Sam Adams. Nice. Yeah, I was looking at Sam Adams. I was thinking about Sam Adams. We have, you know what's funny? I was looking at it. I thought those harpoons, not only are they new, so I can review it, so that'd be cool to have like a newer kind of, well, they're still kind of macro, right? As far as harpoon, I think. But no, yeah, I noticed that their labels kind of already like are coming off a little bit, so it's super easy to just drink them and then just put a little PBW in the sink and stick the bottles in there and let them soak, and the labels just fall off. So, and even like that, this blonde ale, it's like, it's not like it's gonna gunk up the bottom of the bottle, so they're super easy to clean. And then I actually did Wachusett Blueberry. Wachusett Blueberry Ale. Those are good. The labels are the same thing, kind of like already kind of coming off. So I thought, oh yeah, that's perfect. And the beer is actually not that bad either. Of course, it costs more than just buying the bottles, but unless I go to an actual homebrew shop, I'm going to be paying for shipping off Amazon. So, chat saying. Yeah, yep. No twist offs. I wanted the Leinenkugels. I was like, oh, it's been a while since I've had the shady, which I don't mind that beer, you know. But I think those are twist off. So yeah, this I think this brew is going to take us a lot. Well, it's going to be a lot quicker than the other ones. One is a smaller batch, so it's going to chill faster and hopefully come to a boil faster. So we'll see how long it takes. We still got 45-minute boil. So boil the water for 45 minutes. And then at the beginning of the boil, we're going to add our 1 pound Pilsen, Rice Pilsen Light, dried malt extract, and our 3.5 grams of German Pearl hops. So, got 10 more minutes. It's been 10 minutes. We've been steeping for approximately 10 minutes now. We're still sitting at around like 145 as far as temperature. Fahrenheit, that is. So, yeah. Fun. Excited. This one too, I don't have to start with the water in the fermenter. But I should clean this. I should start getting this ready a little bit. Yeah. I see what you're saying there, Paul. Yeah, I'm gonna follow the recipe. Do what they tell me to do. The only thing that we're gonna really change up is we're gonna go 10 minutes longer with the steep. But I thought that would be a good idea anyways, because you really don't get much out of these grains. I've watched videos of other people brewing this beer and they said the same thing. So I thought the addition of the 10 minutes, like Shark was saying, would definitely maybe just kind of help that out a little bit. We'll see. Probably not much, but it is what it is. It's not going to hurt the beer. We got all our stuff. So our fermenter over here. This is really cool. I really like this 1 gallon jug. This recipe kit seems like it's going to be pretty simple as well. So. Six minutes and 52 seconds. Hope everyone's liking these kind of just full-on live stream homebrew videos that I've been trying to do. Like you said, if you guys are enjoying this, make sure to leave a thumbs up. We did just release a couple videos from our New Jersey trip as well. So if you're interested, check all that out. Yeah, there's really not much color change to the water. We're sitting at right around 140. We got 5 minutes left. My noogie. Yeah, I survived the noogie from Alex. The grains will just add flavor to your beer. Nice. So hopefully, yeah, maybe we'll get a little bit more flavor for doing 10 minutes. I mean, for doing 20 minutes instead of 10. So, I'm honestly ready for another beer, but I don't want to keep drinking too much. I mean, this is a pretty simple brew, but there's still room for error, you know? So we're going to go slow. We're going to take it nice and slow. But once we do get to a boil, or while we wait till it gets to a boil, I think we're going to crack open another one of those harpoon beers. A noogie. That's what Alex says. He wants to give everyone noogies. He's the noogie master. What time is it? It's only 1:50. Cool. It's going to be a good day. I don't have to work again tomorrow. Tomorrow's my last day of my vacation. It's a little sad, but it's been good. It's been eventful. Definitely going to remember it down the line. It's been a good vacation. It was much needed from the day-to-day life. If only this could be our day-to-day life, am I right? Just making beer all day. That's essentially what I would like to do. Make beer and then eventually figure out how to sell it to people. It's the dream right there. Alright, we got 3 minutes and 18 seconds left. Cool. Cool. Yeah, this fermenter actually wasn't too expensive. I think it was only like less than $20. Or it was like, I think it was $25 with, it came with, where you could buy the, of course you have to purchase the airlock and the spigot separately, but it comes with this nice lid for the fermenter, and then you got this rubber thing. You stick that on top here, and you stick your airlock in that. That's cool. I think it was like right around $25. I would say it looks like it's worth it. Yeah. So coming up right around 2 minutes and 30 seconds. What's chat saying? You have one of those? Nice, Shark. Yeah, it's cool. It's a good one. I'd recommend it just by the looks of it. And I've heard good things. Brewing Daddy on YouTube uses this same exact one. He does a bunch of 1 gallon beer videos, brewing videos. They're like the quicker format where he pieces it into like a 12 to 15 minute video, but he does a great job. I would definitely recommend checking him out. He's actually got a video of the 1 gallon German blonde ale as well. I've watched that, so go check out that video if you guys are interested. 1 minute, 46 seconds. Yeah. So we're gonna remove the grains, and then we're gonna bring this bad boy up to a boil. So. Cool. All right. 1 minute, 20 seconds. Put you guys like this. Good enough. All right, 50 seconds. 30 seconds. $20 seconds. Jets. Yeah, I'm gonna bring it to a boil. All right, there we go. There's our timer. Dismiss. Just let it strain a little bit without squeezing the bag. Right. Cool. Now we're gonna bring this bad boy back to a boil. So I'm gonna stick to the recipe kit. This says steep grains in the mesh bag. Bring the liquid to a boil. Once it's at the boil, then we're gonna add our pound of Pilsen and our first hop addition. That's how we're gonna brew it. We're gonna follow the recipe kit. I'm gonna follow what the recipe kit says, Shark. Yeah. Says we need to get it to a boil first. That's how I've done it with the other extracts. So we're gonna bring it to what do we bring it to? 215. Oh yeah, this way, and we can put the lid on it. Warm up a little quicker. If I add it in now, I just don't want to add it in now, and then it's gonna sit at the bottom. It's probably gonna dissolve faster when it's boiling. I don't want it to like clump up at the bottom. Figure if it's not boiling yet. All right, so let's go change this. come to a boil. Guess I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. And let's open that up. Cheers, everyone. We're looking at 165. Good. All right, we're a little bit over 170. All right, we're sitting at 180. What happened in the chat? Why can't I see that? There we go. Let's pour this beer up. Nice. Well, I'm at such a weird angle right now, but I don't have to do. A little bit over 180. Temperature's rising pretty quick. All right, what are we at? 190. Looking good so far. Nice. Coming up, 190. What's going on with this? All right. I think we're coming up to a boil. Yeah, 200. A little bit less than 200. I think they're getting the trash outside. Got my paper towels wet. All right. We're at 200. Chat. Close enough. It's getting there. Ooh, it smells good. second. We're sitting at like 208. All right, looking at 210. We're gonna get it a little bit higher. And we'll add our dried malt extract and our hops. And we'll begin our boil. Go a little bit longer. In no rush. It's pretty fun, I will say. Smells really good. Just a little bit longer. I think it's boiling, boys. Yeah, we got a solid boil. All right. So we're gonna add our dried malt extract and our pearl hops. Good minute. Okay. We're gonna add the pearl hops. Right. Cool. And now we just let it boil. Do my rag. What's chat saying? Are you done? Yeah. Going good. Looks like we got some good color out of all that. The hops and the dried malt extract. I'm excited for this one. All right. So, we're going to let that boil for 41 more minutes. And, yeah, just let it chill. It's going to smell good in here. Put it on a little bit. Sounds good, sure. Because that's what I've done most times. And I thought Paul was saying that he typically he'll keep his lid on a little bit for the boil. But looks good. We got a nice boil going. I'm excited. 39 minutes. Like I said, this shouldn't be this should be a quick one. It's probably be like 40, probably like a good 3-hour brew. So I'm pretty excited. We can do this. 35 minutes to go, everyone. Looking good. We got 31 minutes left, guys. Right. All right, so while that boils, we can kind of just set up our fermenter over here. Let's do this. So, what we're going to do, we're start off by sanitizing the spigot, like we do all our stuff for the spigot. Just get it right into the sanitizer there. And spray the front of this. I pretty much sprayed this with sanitizer already. Alright. So what we do is slide this on here. Realize that these little rubber washers easier if you twist them on. Like that. Here. Make sure it's facing the right way. I like to just get a little paper towel on. Make sure that's tight. To the off position. And then start this. We're actually just gonna get some sanitizer in this. Shoot that around. Alright. That should be good. This in here. Nice. How warm is that one? Oh no. So yeah, we'll put this off to the side. And then we will, what do we have? Time. 27 minutes. Okay, I think it's so that we can set up our wort chiller. Should have put a rag down over here, but I always forget which way it is. I think it's the opposite. There you go. Over here. We'll put our adapter on. This sharp adapter. And I should put some gloves on. This thing on the faucet because it is sharp. "25 minutes left with the boil." be good. Yes, I think I'm setting up now. So I think we can back this one. I'm really going to yank my faucet off when I'm doing this. I like it. Ugh. Probably should be using a wrench, but okay, what's going on here? Okay, there you go. Okay. We got 20 minutes left in the boil. So we got our water chiller all set up. It is what it is, boys. Let's keep the hose with this. There we go. Nice. Perfect. Come on, not splashing anywhere, so that's good. Cool. Right. Almost there, guys. We got 20 minutes. And we're going to bring it down to, I believe, 70. What temperature are we going to bring down to? 70, I think. Yeah, cool the wort, full sink. Goal is to cool the wort to approximately 60 to 70. Pill should be cool to the touch. Your yeast will be happiest at these temperatures. Cool. Like I said, 18 minutes left, guys. Beer's looking good, too, I will say. All right. Cheers, guys. 16 minutes left. Now, I will say, because it is a bigger pot, if I was using a smaller pot, I'd be able to get more of the coil of the chiller in it. So I will say that maybe that might kind of contribute to it not cooling as quick, but I think it should be fine. It's only 1.25 gallons, so after the boil, it's probably right around that one. It looks really nice, though. Looks nice and healthy. Excited to see what it looks like in the fermenter. So we're shooting for original gravity 1.045. So it smells good in here too. Coming up at right around 15 minutes. Right. So yeah, we don't have to add any water at the end either, so it'll be also a plus. Should be good. Hour and 44 minutes. Not bad. All right, 10 minutes, 30 seconds. Got it. Cheers, Bill. Right. 9 minutes, 30 seconds left. Cheers, everyone. Just finished my beer. What's the chat saying? I think this is actually our fourth beer. We did the Hefeweizen, the Dead Ringer, the Brown Ale, and now this one. All right, we got 8 minutes, guys. All right, so 7 minutes, 30 seconds from now, we're going to remove it from the burner. We're going to chill our wort. We're going to get it down to 60 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Then we're going to pour it into our fermenter. And then we will add our yeast. And we'll call it a good brew. It's only been 2 hours. This is pretty quick. I like it. Not bad. Yeah, so this shouldn't take us too much longer. About 2 hours. This is a really simple brew to do. Hopefully it comes out good. I'm excited. See what it tastes like. This should make around like 10 to 12 bottles, I think. 10, 12, maybe 11. Colt 45 looks good in the glass. 6 minutes, 30 seconds. Right. Cheers, everyone. We got 5 minutes left in the boil. So, brew's going good so far. Smells great. All right, 4 minutes, guys. Almost there. All right, 2 minutes, 20 seconds. If you guys are enjoying the show, make sure you leave a thumbs up. Yeah, there we go. Let me know if you're enjoying it, everyone. Cheers. They said almost 2 hours in. Not bad. Not bad at all. We still got to chill the wort, so it'll probably be, like I said, right around 2.5. 2.5, 3 hours probably. Not bad. Our normal brew days are like, or 5-gallon batches normally like 5 hours. Pros? Minute left, guys. Minute left. Then we're going to cut the heat. We're going to switch it over here. And then we're going to start chilling our wort. Like I said, we want to bring it down to like 60, 70 degrees Fahrenheit. I got to fill this sanitizer bottle back up. All right, 25 seconds. 22, 20, 18, 18, 17. All right, 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. All right, move it over here. And now, I want a wort chiller through. I guess we could have put the wort chiller in there. Sanitize it in the boil. That's okay. So let's get that in there. Oh, it shot out. Nice. Shot out of the sink on me. Good thing it's just water. There we go. Good thing it's just water. It's going pretty quick too, actually. Let me get a towel for that. Okay. Oh, we're dropping pretty quick. We're already at 180. Right, we'll just let that sit. It's working. Cheers, everyone. Coming down pretty quick, actually. And then at around 70 degrees, we're just going to let it sit for like 10 minutes. Just to let it all kind of settle. Cool. Cheers, everyone. Kind of soaked my pant leg a little bit. It's all right. All right, we're at 140. So I will say it's definitely not chilling as fast as it would with the a 5-gallon batch because the coils really aren't touching the wort as much. But it's still working good. We're at 120, so pretty solid. It's going down. At least it's working. So cheers, everyone. That thing soaked my leg. Shot out of the sink on me. I am glad I bought this though. It's definitely worth it. What are we at? 2 hours, 6 minutes. Not bad. We're almost at 110, so it's pretty solid. Like you said, at 70 degrees, we're gonna give the wort like 10 minutes to settle down. Try to get some of that true to settle to the bottom. So we want this to try to be a clearer beer. Personally, I would like to have it a clearer beer. So nice. Looks like everything's going along pretty swell. Nothing really to complain about so far. And yeah, I'm excited. We'll just dunk everything and sanitize everything twice. It's fine with me. Nothing wrong with too much sanitation. 105. Oh, that beer, it smells good. Oh, I can't wait to try this one. I'm excited. Has anybody got any beers they're thinking about brewing up lately? Anything new? Let me know. All right. Sitting at 100. Just gonna let it do its thing. Maybe for this smaller batch, an ice bath would have been just better. Just filling up the sink with ice. Get a bag of ice. Starting to think that that might have been the better option. But it's alright. Coming up at like 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Right, we're at 90. Not bad. Not bad at all. This is pretty fun. Having a good time. This is going to be the longest part, I feel like. It's going good. Moved around a little bit. Right above 80. So they got 82. So, yeah. Like I said, at 70, I think we're going to cut the chiller and kind of just let it sit for 10 minutes. We essentially just want to have it between 60 and 70, but I want it to sit for a little bit so it separates the wort and the true. It smells really good though. I'm excited with this one. Right almost at that 80. All right at 80. Just a little bit longer, guys. What was that? Around 15, 20 minutes for that to chill. Not too bad. Could be worse. I think it chilled actually faster with the 5-gallon batch, to be honest with you. It's probably because, like I said, the coil had more room to touch. This would actually work really, really good in like a 10 or an 8-gallon, believe it or not. It's not that it doesn't have as many coils as some of the other big ones, but like I said, this one was pretty cheap and I think worth the money. Spend a good penny on those wort chillers, so this one does the trick. I like it. Nice stovetop brew. Works very good. So now we just want to get down a little bit more, bring it around to that 70, and let it sit. Then we'll transfer it to our fermenter. Getting there. Right. Right at like 75. All right, we're right almost at 70. We're like 72. So like I said, once we get 70, we'll move the chiller and let this sit for like 10 minutes. Cheers to everyone. Still sticking around, hanging out. Make sure you like that, or hit that like button. Make sure you like the video. You're enjoying this. I'm having fun. A little bit above 70. Give it a couple more minutes. What are we at? 224. Seems like 226. Should be fine then. Nice. All right. Give it like 40 more seconds. And inside the house, in case you guys were wondering, is 67 degrees. So, perfect. Close this back door. All right. So we'll cut this. And then get our sanitizer. No. here for now. Okay. Watch out. Okay. Let's start our timer. It always feels so much better to remove and to put on. Nice. Okay. Wart chiller out of the way. You guys can still see what's going on. Choose your one. Alright, we got our fermenter here. I'm just gonna go ahead, put some more sanitizer in it, just to be safe. Switch it around, switch it around. All right, so we're gonna wait 6 minutes and 35 more seconds, and then we're gonna pour this in. Need to do that. Okay. Said 6 minutes. Right. So I think what I'm gonna do actually is strands. Right. Cool. Would it be easier? I just don't want to slash. It's probably easier. Over here. Cool. All right. So yeah, we're just gonna let this sit for a little bit longer. Try to let it settle. Might even go a little bit more than the 10 minutes just to let it settle as much as it can. And then we'll pour the wort into our fermenter. Cool. Cheers, everyone. All right, about 3 more minutes. Seems like it might be a little bit easier. All right, we got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I don't know, I'm not trusting that. It's like maybe, but I don't know. I don't want it to tip or anything. I do like the higher elevation, but I think this is probably better. All right, we got a minute left. Cheers, everybody. Almost there. 2 hours, 35 minutes in. We're gonna put our wort in our fermenter, all nice and sanitized. We got our lid, our stopper, airlock, everything all sanitized as well. So this is what the recipe kit is saying to do. It's saying to pour the fermenter pour the wort into the fermenter, put the lid, stopper, airlock, and all that on it, and kind of jostle it around a little bit, aerate it, then open it again, and add the yeast. So I feel like maybe we should just, without putting the lid on, I think maybe we could just kind of move it around a little bit. Cool water, sanitize the gear, siphon the cool water into the kettle. Aerate the wort. Cover the fermenter with sanitized screw cap and gently rock back and forth for a few minutes to slosh the wort and mix some air and yeast cells. Yeast cells need some oxygen for healthy fermentation. There you go. There's our 10 minutes. And we're going to pour our wort into our fermenter. What is chat saying? Cheers, Bobby. Get her done. All right. So here we go. Nope. Stirred up some of that true. I'm going to let that sit for a second. Did not mean to do that. I feel like we're not going to get as much as we should. Put this lid on for a second. So where am I filling this to? I kind of stirred that up. Oh, sheesh. All right. So I kind of stirred this up a little bit. I was thinking, what am I thinking? Okay. So I think we're going to get it to this line, right? I think we might need to add a little bit of water to this after. What do you guys think? Do you think we're going to have to add some water to this? Maybe we should get this cold. Let's try to get this cold so we can get that separate a little bit better. And relax, boys. All right, so I'm going to let that separate a little bit. I think, I want to say we're going to bring it to here, right? But we got to let that separate. So, the time I need the chat, and there's nobody in the chat. All right. I'll be right back, guys. Okay. See, it's kind of separating. I wonder if I might have to add a little bit of water at the end. I mean, if I do, it is what it is. I'm just gonna let it kind of separate. There really wasn't much truth to it at all either. All right. Checkpoints. Yeah, we're gonna have to fill this up with some water. I feel like we lost some water. I'm not sure. But, that's what we think is good. I don't see like a 1 gallon notch on this thing. They say there's a 1 gallon notch, but I don't see it. So I think we're just gonna add water to about like right here.
Well, first we gotta take this off.
Oh, God. This is terrible. I need another one of those adapters one of these days. That thing's gonna fall apart. What is chat saying? Oh, won't be. All right. So yeah, I think we're just gonna add some water to it. We must have lost a good amount of water in the boil. But yeah, I think we're just gonna fill it up to like right around here, right around the top of it. I think that should be good. Let's keep this back on for a second. Keep the clothes off. So yeah, I'm hoping this one came out right. I mean, a little confused with the water. I thought it would make a lot more, but I'm guessing we lost a lot more water in the boil. Sheesh. I'll let that run through the brew for a minute. All right, then we'll add our yeast. Scissors. go. Dump your lid. Get our lid on there. Find our stopper. Our stopper on there. Alright, that's on there good. Okay. Nice. There we go. Alright. Looks pretty good. Let's lower this down a little bit. So solid, pretty solid. I think we're gonna get a original gravity. See where we're at. Cool. Move it over here for a second. Pretty hazy. Here. We'll take our original gravity. Some stuff out of the way. Over down. Well, it looks like Hopefully you didn't water it down too much. You think so, Bobby? Hope not. I think we're sitting at 1.04. I hope I didn't water it down too much. We'll let that sit for a minute. Yeah, looks like it's sitting lower than what we're expecting. It's okay. It's working its way. Right at 1.040. Yeah, looks like maybe I did add a little too much water to it, but we'll see what happens with the final product. Where is it sitting now? About stuff like that. Oh. Let's move it over here too. Let's see if this makes a difference. Actually, yeah, I want to say it's right at 1.040. So I might have diluted it down a little bit too much, but it will probably be about a 3.8. Yeah. So this was supposed to be 1.045. But it was just weird because the amount of water that they told us to boil was definitely not enough. This probably needed to be like 1.5 gallons of water. I don't know, maybe it made a difference because we were in a bigger kettle too. Maybe we boiled off more water, I'm assuming. It is possible. But yeah, I diluted it down. I brought it. I was actually looking at the Brewing Daddy, how high he filled his. So I kind of just matched that. I mean, it's got some nice color to it. The beer looks pretty solid, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, we're looking right around like 1.040. So, it is what it is. a little bit lower than what we're shooting for as far as original gravity. Let's see. Yeah. I mean, it could be 1.042. Yeah, right around 1.040. So not bad. A little bit lower than we expected. Like I said, this is the first time doing a 1 gallon. Yeah, I think we boiled off maybe a little bit more water than expected. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this brew. We'll go back into the other room and we'll wrap this up. All right. What's going on? Okay. All right. Cheers, everybody. Yeah. OG, we landed at around like 1.040. We had to add some water at the end. I might have added a little bit too much water at the end, but it is what it is. Beer still tasted good, and it looked like it's going to ferment well. I'll keep up with it. I'm going to check on that OG, and I'll let you guys know in the comments if I think it changes a little bit more. But yeah, we'll figure it out. Final gravity, and we're probably just gonna do straight. Maybe what is it like? I think it's just 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I think it might even be. I think it's quicker. It's probably like just 2 weeks in that one fermenter, and then we'll transfer it to bottles, and that'll make like 10 to 11 bottles. And yeah, even if it comes out a little bit lower in ABV, that's still cool. Of course, it's one of those styles, blonde ale, that I want to work on. And this recipe kit was like 16, 17 bucks. So down the line, I could perfect it and try to do better, try to get a higher ABV, try to get it more matched up to that recipe, original gravity. And also, I could probably add some other stuff to it as well. Switch it up, make it a little bit different, maybe add some different hops and stuff. But yeah, thank you guys for sticking around, watching. It's been 3 hours. Cheers, everyone. Hopefully everybody has a good Friday night. And yeah, there you have it. If there's anything else you guys like to see on my channel, make sure to leave. Actually, let's get rid of this quick. There we go. All right. If there's anything else you guys like to see on my channel, make sure to leave a comment down below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, upcoming videos. Lick beer. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.